okay, whatever the tuple I have. So it will have ID, it will have name, it will have email, it will have everything in this row. So if I say here, for example, name, I just want to get the name out of it. Whatever is in my database, that is my name. Okay. And Control S. Now it is giving all the names I have in my database. Okay. With each iteration, it creates two columns, one for ID, one for name. So I don't only want a name, I also want to email. Control D to duplicate it. And in the name field, I say here, I need email. Control S. Now you could see it is giving all the emails I have. So I have got a names. I have got, because right, firstly, it may have got only the first row. When the while loop runs, it will have first row, which will have this one, ID1, Junaid. In the row will be this Junaid and whatever the ID, this email is. Next time, it will again fetch the row. Okay, next row. That is, and it pastes that row from the, creates a column, creates a row tr, and then creates three columns here, for example, in which I put in ID, name, and email from this row of ID, row of name, row of email, because it's an associative array, and it fetches me everything I have in my database. For example, if I go to home, okay, maybe I register another guy, maybe I register here, whatever, OS Nazir. Was it OS Nazir already in there? I think OS Nazir already there. So I got Faisal Babri, maybe Faisal Babri, which is just trying to join us. Okay, this is my Faisal Babri here. Email is fas@, whatever.com. Okay, password is, say, for example, 56789. Confirm 56789. It will have all those things. If I don't give a correct password, write this, then it will tell me password mismatch, try again. So that thing we have done. So let me put up again the Faisal Babri here. Then I put up OS Nazir just come up. Then email, maybe FAIS@ whatever.com. Okay, and password is now 12345, and I'm giving again 12345 correct password. So it's going to log in. So I am perfectly, if I go to the login, I say exactly what I have: Faisal Babri 12345. If it is correct, it will go to the, it's going properly on the home page. That means login is successful. I should have got one message which I have not done. That's wrong. Now, if I say view user, Faisal Babri is coming on the bottom, right? Now, in the last of this row, last column, I need to have maybe the edit, update, or edit or delete. Two things I want here. Okay, so this last guy I want here is my echo, because I have to put up in a double quotes. I can't write the code like this. So this is my TD, which is my column. That means create a column. And here I will have an anchor tag with an href equals to, maybe I use single quote, I use double quote. If I want to use double quote, I can have the escape sequence, right? That is like this. Then I can use another double quote inside the double quote, okay, of that echo tag. Say echo tag is double quote. This is the double quote of the href, the string which I want to put up there. I'm having one more form called update. Say for example, I got update.php, update.php. This is which will update my, if you want to update your PHP, okay. Then there is a question mark, because yeah, because when you do the update here, you have to learn few things here. Then you have to do update here, and it should take the ID. When I say something, for example, I want to click here, that will be update.php. Okay. Firstly, let me write like this, and then let me close this update.php. I will tell you what I'm trying to say, and put up the escape sequence again, backslash, for this double quote. Okay. And I am saying close this anchor tag and say this is my edit, for example. but I want to edit data. Now, what I'm trying to say is, this is my anchor tag close. Okay, Control S, Control S. There is some issue. Terminator is not there. This is my echo tag close, and this is my terminator. Control S. This is here. Now it's coming edit. Okay. Now after clicking this, it will go to the update.php. So I will have one more file here new called update.php. This is the guy where it will land in. Okay, this is the update file. Update users. Okay, update users. Control S. Now what I'm saying is I go here back to my view. Control S. Now if I click the edit, it will go to the update users. As you can see, the update users coming up here. U missing है इसमें update में. Update में U missing है क्योंकि per date बोलना है. Update users Control S. Now you could see update users आ रहा है. Maybe I will say here H1 tag, and I say update users. Control S. This is what's coming up here. So if I go to the view tag, I click the edit, it will go to the update users. But the question is, what I want to do here is that when I click this edit, who will I update? I'm not going to give you the information of update for this guy. It should be automatically given. This ID1 should automatically go to this update, whatever the update file that has. And then that particular ID will be changed. I don't want to, going to the edit and again asking which one you want to update. I want to get it, this one, the moment I click this, for example, I click this edit, the second. So it should get the 2 there. Okay. So how I do that? How I pass value from here to the next form. Okay. Next page. How I do that. Okay. For that, you will do here, say for example, this is update.php. Okay. Because we got href update.php. Then before you call this, you put a question mark. Okay. And then say ID. That this means to create a variable called ID equals to, और उस ID में क्या डालना है आपको? इस ID में ये 1 या 2 या 3 ये किसके पास है? ये इसके पास है, रो ID के पास है, $row ID ये इसके पास है ना? So I will copy this and paste it here. Control V. This is what I do. I say ID equals to $row ID. Okay, if I save Control S, I have done something wrong. Let us see what we have done wrong here. I am saying .php, then ID equals to $row ID. Yes, don't put up here the single quotes. Yes, that's the change here. When you put up in an anchor tag, don't put up here the these things, the single quote. That was the error. Okay, here you put up the single quotes when you want to fetch data, but when you want to give it to in this anchor tag, don't put up the single quotes here. That is the thing. Now, if I click the edit, for example, look at the URL. Just I will maximize it. I click the edit. For example, I click the edit of this cow name, MCA girl. Okay. Now look at here. What is ID showing me in a URL? ID equals to 3. Okay. This is a trick. What we do. Say Samina. I click the edit, but I want Samina's only the ID because on the basis of ID I will change her. So I say edit. So what is coming up here? ID equals to 5. So I know from the URL which, when I come to this page, which is called update.php, I know who I am trying to update. I don't need to here again ask particular who you want to update. I want to update exactly who the guy you are clicking. Faisal Babri. Now ID equals 6 in my URL. Can you see it? Got it? So this is overall what we have done. So update we will do tomorrow because I have to go to college today. Mera roster mein actually I have last 3 days to go to college, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But Professor, Wahid, his father is no more, he's expired. So I have to go to college today. So anyways, I will give a little recap to it so that everybody will understand properly. So what we said is here, where is the chat window? Is somebody chatting or something? Nobody is chatting, right? Okay, no one is chatting. Keep it off. What I am saying is, if you look here, let me give it a proper overview what we have done so far. Let me close this firstly. Let me go on the top. Okay. And what I have done here is, firstly, we create a session. It's not necessary right now. Session is not necessary right now. It may be for the logout. When you build the logout, then it will be required. Okay. Then definitely you're gonna include some connection.php. Okay. Then you fetch data from database query. How? You have select asterisk from user, select everything, and then you have the whatever comes from the query by using the MySQL query. This is how we now exactly talking to database using PHP, and whatever comes from the query is stored in the result set, that is in a variable $result. Know it. And from there I need to get it from into the one row, one tuple. I need to get it. So I put up here the HTML tag. Okay. इसमें थोड़ा सा टेबल का ये है, तो आप कंफ्यूज नहीं होना, मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना. सो यहाँ पे मैं पहले यहाँ पे एक नेविगेशन बिल्ड कर रहा हूँ. मैं एम बिल्डिंग सम नेविगेशन हियर. ओके, दिस इज फॉर द नेविगेशन. Okay, this is the top navigation. This is the navigation that is here, as you could see here. Okay, that is the home ed. Okay, you put your anchor tag, then href add.php and showing what you want to show as a text. That is add new will be shown, and on the click of add new, where it will go to this page, add.php. Okay, unless and until, for the girls I'm saying, if you don't code, you will not get confidence. Okay, you have to code. You have to put this in the brackets and try it. Then log out, simply log out and so on. Then I build the table here. From here to downwards is my table. That is below. That's my table tag closed. And in the first row, this is my first row. This is my first row, which shows the headings. As you could see here, this is my first row showing headings. Okay. Now in a second row, I start PHP. Here I start PHP. Okay. Let me change the color to this. So I start here the PHP. This is my PHP tag. It goes down. Okay. And here is my while loop, which will have us the second row. This is going to be having my second row. But this is a while loop. So while loop, firstly, it fetches data from DB and create what? It fetch the data from the database and create rows here. All of these rows, as you could see, they will be fetched from the database in terms of, firstly, we have a one tr. Tr means the create my another row. Okay, in the while loop, I'm creating just one row because while loop runs for many times. So as many times it runs, as many rows it creates. Inside this tr tag here, I'm creating the td, and I'm getting from this row of ID, row of name, and row of email. So these three things, say one, Junaid and Juni at live.in for the first time the while loop runs. And then echo, there I'm putting up the href update.php, and I'm putting a question mark here, and I'm creating a variable ID, and this will be stuffed in URL. This will be stuffed in URL, this IDs. So if I click the edit, it will get whatever the ID was at that moment of time, that will go to the next page. Okay. Now this while loop again comes back and creates another row number second, where is OS Nazir. So it will have all the data for the ID, name, email, and again saying the update, edit that. Okay. That is creating edit, and again coming back and for 3, 4, 5, and 6. And when there is no no data in the database, this will come here false, it will come out of the while loop and we are done. ठीक है जी, हो गया. So that's it for today. Hopefully you got it or not. मुझे पहले बताएं आपको समझ आ गया या नहीं आ गया. समझ आया प्रॉपरली? किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है इसके बारे में? ये क्वेश्चन मार्क का सिलसिला समझ आ गया आपको? वाहिद तारिक इज सेइंग यस, आई एम सेइंग इज एवरीबॉडी गेटिंग प्रॉपरली? कोई कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर? लेकिन मेहरबानी करके अगर आप इसको प्रैक्टिस नहीं करते हैं, आप कोड नहीं लिखते हैं, आपके पास कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आएगी एंड 1 वीक्स टाइम यू विल फॉरगेट एवरीथिंग. चले फिर, अल्लाह हाफिज एंड सी यू गाइस नेक्स्ट टाइम इंशाल्लाह ताला. शेख आबिद सिंह इको रिपीट, व्हाट इको रिपीट? मुझे समझाने में, इससे पहले मैं लीव करूंगा. यस, वी विल डिस्कस दैट थिंग. मेरा ख्याल है मैं यूट्यूब पे नहीं डालूंगा क्योंकि बिकॉज यू नो बच्चे नहीं आ रहे क्लास के अंदर. How many students are here? Just see, just 14 students are here. Okay, for Samina, I will be doing it. No problem. Okay, Samina, I will be doing it. Not a problem. चले, दूसरों को भी मिलेगा फायदा तो कोई मसला नहीं. कोई बात नहीं, मैं शाम को इसको कर दूंगा, ठीक है ना? कोई मसला नहीं. चले फिर, अल्लाह हाफिज. हाँ, चैट में नो नो सर वॉइस नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आती. नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आती आपको वॉइस में, बट आनी चाहिए. आई डोंट नो, मे बी यू हैव सम इश्यूज, इसीलिए नहीं आती हैं.